Straight ahead on OC News. Million-dollar homes in Pacific Palisades are feeling the heat of fires approaching their front doors. We'll be keeping you updated on the latest. Orange County is on alert as the threat of wildfires continues this week.
Smartphones and laptops are getting more and more lifelike. They're even beginning to get their own skin suit.
Who loves to get scared to death? We'll take you out to an event that will have you screaming just in time for Halloween. All of this and more. OC News starts right now.
Welcome and thank you for joining us at OC News. I'm Rachel Andrews.
And I'm Paige Farley. OC News is brought to you by the broadcast journalism students at Cal State Fullerton.
Flames are moving yet closer to homes in the Pacific Palisades area of Los Angeles. Many families are forced to leave the area because of mandatory evacuation orders. The fire already burned through 30 acres of the Palisades and is creeping its way toward the multi-million-dollar hillside homes. Homeowners in the area are being forced to evacuate in a quick and orderly fashion due to smoke behavior, as well as the pending arrival of a fixed wind retardant dropping aircraft. More than 300 personnel from the LAFD and the Los Angeles County Fire Department were dispatched to tame the fire by air and ground. When initially called in at 10:30 a.m., the fire was 1 acre in size and grew to over 30 acres in less than 1 hour. Authorities say the fire is the result of terrain-driven activities and not wind. There are 2 people injured so far due to the rapidly growing fire, but there is no immediate cause.
Another brush fire broke out in Riverside County early today. The fire began near Diamond Valley Lake in Hemet, California, about 1 a.m. this morning. The CAL FIRE and Riverside County Fire Department reported that the fire had started at 10 acres with a slow spread rate and doubled within 2 hours. Firefighters were able to contain the fire at 20 acres by 8 a.m. and announced via Twitter that it had been fully contained by 10 a.m. The fire coincidentally came the same day the department held a fire prevention day at a local elementary school where students participated in practicing safety measures. No evacuations were issued and no injuries were reported. The cause of the fire is unknown and currently under investigation.
Winds and warm temperatures, it's a combination for a nasty fire season. If winds pick up this week, there's a possibility of power shutoffs. For more on the fire danger and a new tool firefighters have to watch for wildfires, we go live to Alex Armstrong, who has the very latest. Alex?
Thanks, guys. It's another day and it's another fire in California. As you heard earlier in the program, there's a fire in the Hemet area and the Palisades area. Luckily, no homes have been damaged in either fire yet, but parents aren't taking any chances taking their kids out of school and sports activities as the fires burn closer and closer to neighborhoods. If you're interested in following the fire live, you can check out this website called alertwildfire.org. There you can view cameras set up near your home and all over the area. That's all from me, guys. See you at the desk.
On to the current weather. Our reporter Vanya Patino has your weekday forecast.
Thank you, Rachel. It has been really hot in Fullerton today. We had a high of 95 degrees and a low of 63 degrees. Our wind was slow at 9 miles per hour, and our humidity is at 14%. The sun rose at 7 a.m., and the sun will set at 6:11 p.m. Now on to the week forecast. It's going to be sunny all week with highs of 90 and lows of 60. And the biggest concern with the fires that broke today is the wind. Now the wind is pretty slow right now, which is why the smoke is going up instead of spreading outwards. However, the Santa Ana winds that occurred last week are still here. They're just on the top layer. If they do come down, they will increase the speed of the fire. And so we're going to continue monitoring this fire for you guys. But for right now, just go over your evacuation plans with your family. Thank you. Back to you guys.
According to authorities, 18 pounds of fentanyl was seized in Santa Ana last week, enough to create 4 million lethal doses. The 18 pounds of fentanyl had an estimated street value of more than $1.25 million. The Orange County Register stated the seizure yielded almost half of the amount of fentanyl seized by authorities in the county during all of 2018. This is a sign the drug is growing quickly as a substantial public threat. According to the California Department of Public Health, deaths in Orange County connected to fentanyl have risen from 14 to 93 in 2018. Sheriff Don Barnes says, quote, "The threat this extremely potent drug poses to our community is increasing exponentially, not subsidizing," end quote.
A man was sent to the hospital after a gunfire incident that occurred in Huntington Beach. The injured victim, who was responsive, was spotted by a pedestrian outside of a vehicle in a parking lot. Officers reported the victim suffered from one gunshot wound to the upper body. He was treated by paramedics before being transported to the hospital. The victim's identity and severity of his injuries have not been made public.
Tensions are high on CSUF campus as fellow Titans are feeling unsafe following hateful language. Since the incident, an investigation has been opened into a hate act by former CSUF student and member of Phi Sigma Kappa who posted a PSK flyer on social media with a racial label. President Burgee released a statement saying, quote, "I am both shocked and heartbroken by this cowardly and hateful action," end quote. Phi Sigma Kappa did release a statement on Instagram addressing the incident. And now we go to our reporter, Tanya Thorne, who is live at the BSU Town Hall meeting where students are discussing the current campus climate.
Hi, we're here live at the TSU where the BSU Town Hall meeting is taking place. And as you can see, they had a great turnout discussing the climate currently at CSUF. And here we are with Robert Johnson, who's going to tell us a little bit about the Town Hall meeting. Robert, so please tell me a little bit more about today's Town Hall meeting and what were the end results? What do you think CSUF gets out of this entire thing?
So what's happening right now today is we're all expressing our opinions, our feelings, and our thoughts to everybody that's open to listen to them, particularly to the president and to the fraternity members. Here we're hoping to get a lot of progress done, but right now there's no end result because they're kind of, there's kind of ifs and buts still going on between the panel and everybody that is powerful and holds a powerful position in the university. So at this point, we need to figure out if there's going to be resolution at all, and if there's not, then we need to do things on our own.
We're here with the president of the BSU, Bethany Whitaker. Bethany, tell us a little bit more about today's event and what happened inside.
So this event actually came into fruition because of a racial incident that happened on campus. A fraternity named Phi Sigma Kappa released a flyer with the watermark nigger at the bottom. So it was honestly the straw that broke the camel's back in this situation. Black students on this campus do not feel welcomed. There is no diversity, and we don't see ourselves in spaces in which we should, and we do not get the support that we feel like we should on Cal State University Fullerton's campus. So that was the reason for this. The campus has failed to provide true infrastructure and true support for Black students, and this event, honestly, where we list demands and needs and wants of the students, is exactly why we address them in such a public forum, in such a public manner, is because it's time for change, and change needs action. So
we are getting the conversation started, and that's already a step. We're going to bring you guys inside so you can see a little bit of how things are going inside of the town hall meeting. And now we go back to the studio.
When we return, we're having fun in the sun and letting all of our pride colors shine.
And later, if you love scary, we'll have a story about a Halloween event that will be sure to deliver the fright. Stay tuned, we'll be right back after the break. What?
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Your son wants to get a cat, but you're allergic. Do you A, prepare yourself, B, make the best of it,
C squared equals
25.
Good job.
or C, find a loophole? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Currently, Cal State Fullerton has a reputation of being a commuter school, a place to simply attend class and then go home. The campus master plan hopes to change that reputation by turning the campus to a place students enjoy being at through multiple new campus features. This footage is from the last campus master plan meeting, where the public had the opportunity to provide input and discuss the environmental impact report. The new campus features include up to 3,000 additional beds for housing, a 6,000-seat event center, recreational and student union features, and a bridge across Nutwood Avenue. These renovations are leading to the potential removal of buildings such as the Titan Bookstore, health science buildings, and some visual art buildings. The plan also works to lessen the parking issue by increasing parking capacity through carpool resources and by no longer allowing students who dorm to keep their cars on campus. The preferred option plan presentation that will be held today explaining the current plans for all additional campus features. An email has been sent by the Dean of Students saying, quote, "All campus employees, students, alumni, and community members are invited to join us as our master plan architects showcase our collective vision for a welcoming, functional, and vibrant campus that champions student success," end quote. The event will occur today, October 21st, 2019, at 5:30 p.m. at the Titan Student Union Portola Pavilion C. Everyone is encouraged to attend to get a better understanding of what changes are to come to CSUF.
College students often struggle with keeping up a healthy diet due to a number of factors. Our reporter Laura Valle has more on that.
The diet shift that occurs when a student enters college is due to a number of factors. According to an article by the Huffington Post, the problems that college students have when it comes to poor eating habits is the fact that they choose convenience over nutrition, they eat late at night, and they prefer on-the-go meals, which makes it more difficult to eat healthy.
I don't usually eat out because my daughter has dietary issues. She has ulcerative colitis, and so there are a lot of foods that she can't eat. We can't eat fast food. I have to cook at home, and all of her meals have to be packed. Because it's her diet, it's also mine and my family.
Many colleges, including our campus, offer both nutritional and fast food eating spots, such as the Fresh Kitchen and Carl's Jr.
We have many programs through Titan Well. We have a registered dietitian on campus. We're very fortunate to have that. And this year, we just started and joined a initiative called the Healthier Campus Initiative, where our university has pledged resources and energy and staff and faculty to focus on doing our part to make campus healthier.
According to an article by Business Insider, the average cost of a meal plan at a college or university is $4,500. This averages to be more than $11 per day.
There's like a popular meme that always circulates online, and it's a picture of like fries at McDonald's and how it's like $1, and then you'll see also on the other side of the picture like fresh fruit, and it's like $5 or something like that. So again, just due to accessibility, it's just easier and more cost effective, especially if you're on a student budget, to buy stuff like Carl's Jr. than it is to go to Panera Bread and spend like $10 on a salad.
A whirlwind of anger has hit Syria as President Donald Trump pulls U.S. troops out how civilians have responded to U.S. vehicles, plus a state of emergency in Chile as hundreds of protesters take the streets of Santiago. Here is Dominic Torres with more.
President Trump's decision to withdraw troops from Syria has left many civilians angry. On Monday, hundreds of U.S. military vehicles can be seen gathering near Hasaka, en route to the border with Iraq. U.S. officials calling it the largest ground move the U.S. has made in Syria so far. The symbolic end to the U.S. presence in the region has resulted in Turkish military attacks upon Syria. What President Trump has called a ceasefire is viewed as a platform for disaster for Syria and a gateway for Turkish forces. People of Syria can be seen throwing rotten potatoes at U.S. military vehicles as the U.S. leaves the land they once fought against ISIS militia. After 6 days of violent protests rock Santiago, Chile's capital city is under a military-imposed curfew. Civilians have made way for a protest against a hike in fares for public transit. The government says the hikes are required to keep up with costs. They have since declared a state of emergency. Troops have been deployed onto the streets of the capital. The government says at least 180 people were detained. and 57 police officers injured in the unrest. Hundreds of troops are patrolling the streets. For now, Chile's president says he will suspend plans to increase metro ticket prices.
A social powerhouse is a new influencer in the presidential election. Also find out what commonly used program brought a family together. And you can tickle it, pinch it, and even stroke it. This new little tech development is shocking the world. We go to Angie Linzaga for the World of Tech.
For a billion-dollar company, Facebook is making sure to put in their 2 cents to the political campaign. As the race heats up, Democratic presidential candidate Elizabeth Warren warns people that Facebook owner Mark Zuckerberg is not prepared to handle the 2020 election. In a series of tweets, Warren expresses her concerns with Facebook's policies, claiming that, quote, Facebook is actively helping Trump spread lies and misinformation and is accepting millions of dollars from Trump to run political ads, end quote. Facebook responded to Warren's allegations via Twitter and said, quote, FCC doesn't want broadcast companies censoring candidates' speech, and they agreed that they should let the voters decide, not the companies. Warren commented on Facebook's response, saying that Facebook can, quote, be in the disinformation for profit business, or you can hold yourself to some standards, end quote. As the race continues for presidency, we'll see what the voters decide to believe. With all the programs Google has under their belt, we use Google for just about anything. But who would have thought Google Translate could reunite 2 sisters? For more on this, we go to our CNN reporter, Emily Tenser.
It's been 57 years since they were last together.
You guys look alike.
Pam Murphy was given up for adoption when she was a baby in Germany. She grew up never knowing her biological family.
She never thought she'd find her.
That was until Pam's granddaughter, Lily, wanted to know more.
One day I was like, okay, I'm kind of curious about my grandma's adoption papers because we have them in like a green folder.
The family has been looking for 30 years. It just took Google Translate 5 minutes to reveal a name.
It was just like, wow, did we actually find it?
They did. Otilia Brudele. Pam's daughter, Shelby, called her, and Thursday they finally met, along with her brother and sister.
I'm your sister.
The family getting to know each other nearly 6 decades later.
It's, very emotional for sure. I don't say much.
Sharing photos, exchanging gifts and laughs.
So you can play solitaire.
Both families say they're grateful to finally find one another.
You spend your whole life, I did personally, wanting to always know where I came from, or just like a part of my history, and just always having a hole in my heart.
Until a 10-year-old detective used an app and everything fell into place.
I feel like as soon as I docked her that day, a huge hole in my heart filled, and I was honestly just really thankful to God, really genuinely.
Like God really used me to help me find her.
In Omaha, Emily Tenser, KETV Newswatch 7.
What's better for us to read? Well, I like that way.
Have you always wanted flawless skin? Well, look no further. Well, no, this isn't a product to clear your acne or shrink your pores. A new development for a skin-like phone case has been recently released by the researchers at the University of Bristol in England. Partnering with Telecom Paris Tech and the Sorbonne University in Paris, they have been able to create a case soft to the touch, almost like a baby's bottom. The developers have called this technology skin-on to interfaces. You can tickle it, pinch it, and even stroke it. It may make you uneasy, but this case has many functions. Depending on how you touch the case, an emoji will appear. When tickled, your phone will display the laughing emoji. With 2 versions being made and the simple and ultra-realistic versions, they have a little bit for everyone. As this product is still under development, it has not been up for sale, but be sure to keep your eyes peeled for this peel. That's all we have for the World of Tech. I'm Angie Linzaga. Back to you at the desk.
Wow, what an interesting product. I don't think I would purchase that, though.
No, I don't think that's for me. It's a little strange to be able to tickle my case, but to each his own.
After the break, Kim Kardashian is putting in overtime to free inmates who have been convicted of life sentences for low-level drug offenses.
Then, make sure you have your heart monitors ready and Life Alert on, because we're going to give you a killer first look at Universal Studio Halloween Horror Nights. All this when OC News returns.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Move over, Elwoods. Kim Kardashian is onto her next legal quest. Stay tuned to find out who she's supporting next. We also have the latest on Meghan Markle's break from her royal duties and an inside look at Jennifer Lawrence's wedding. Bianca?
Looks like Kim Kardashian West can add one more notch to her legal belt. From helping Alice Johnson to Cynthia Brown, Rodney Reed is next on Kim's radar. The reality TV star went on Twitter to show her support for Rodney Reed, a Texas death row inmate who is set to be executed on November 20th. Reed has been set on death row for 21 years for the murder of Stacey Stites in 1996. Police say Reed assaulted, strangled, raped, and murdered Stites. However, Reed insists he's innocent. Kardashian West pleaded Texas Governor Greg Abbott to reconsider and, quote, do the right thing, end quote, before it's too late. This isn't the first time Reed's case has been questioned. Earlier this month, Reed's attorney filed a motion to withdraw his execution date as they needed more time to review. Kim has been on a roll and even helped release 17 prisoners last year. Hey, it's never a bad thing to have Kim Kardashian West on your corner. Meghan Markle revealed the struggles she had to face under the public eye while becoming part of the royal family in an explosive interview on ITV. The Duchess of Sussex told Tom Bradby during their candid interview about surviving media scrutiny and how she had no idea the unbearable pressure she would face was this immense. She revealed that even her British friends warned her about marrying into the royal family because the media would destroy her life. Prince Harry recently opened up about protecting his family, especially because he does not want a repeat of the past. The Duke and the Duchess are taking a 6-week break from their royal duties starting off in November. The couple will be spending lots of QT with their brand new baby Archie. Sounds like a great way to recharge. Speaking of breaks, I wonder where Jennifer Lawrence and her new hubby Cook Marone are headed for their honeymoon? The newlyweds tied the knot this past Saturday in Rhode Island. I heard the wedding was sprawling with A-listers. Lawrence and Maroney said "I do" at the luxurious Belcourt of Newport, a mansion in Newport, Rhode Island. A source told People magazine that the bride wore a beautiful Dior gown. The couple started dating last year in June, and Lawrence was seen sporting an engagement ring earlier this year. On Friday, Nicole Richie, Joel Madden, Cameron Diaz, and Sienna Miller were spotted at the rehearsal dinner. Among other A-listers on their guest list included Kris Jenner, Emma Stone, Adele, and Amy Schumer. However, there are no deets on their honeymoon plans. We'll stay tuned for that.
Thank you, Bianca. Don't let bad news and the Monday blues get you down. It'll be Friday before we know it. Our reporter Gunnar Textera went out to Anaheim to find something for us to do this weekend. Gunnar?
Thanks, y'all. I'm here at the Phoenix Club in Anaheim, California, to celebrate Oktoberfest. This celebration is a combination of Swiss, Austrian, and German culture to bring the community together to eat, drink, and have a great time. Let's head on over and join in the party.
We asked 5-time Oktoberfest queen Nicole Hopman what she loves most about this event.
Looking out on the people out there on the dance floor that are just having fun, knowing no matter what's going on in their lives, whatever hardships they're going through, I just know in those couple of minutes that they're out there having fun and they're smiling, and that's what really means the most.
Phoenix Club President Linda Chryson said this 58th annual celebration of Oktoberfest is one of their most important events of the year.
Oktoberfest is what keeps us going every year, and it's a chance to share with the community what we're all about. Just experience of being together with a lot of people that enjoy the German party.
And this party has some great food. Each year, about 30,000 visitors eat hundreds of potato pancakes, funnel cakes, schnitzels, and around 3,000 pounds of bratwurst.
And beer, lots and lots of different types of beers. There are over 6 different locations all across the Oktoberfest celebrations with over 24 different types of beers, all located conveniently next to the dance floor and the live music. So you guys can get some liquid courage in you and go have some fun. So let's go dance. So what are you waiting for? Come on and bring in the fun with all of us here. For OC News, I'm Gunnar Texera.
Our reporter, Tanya Thorne, attended Pride by the Beach, where the community came together to show off their pride and support for the LGBTQ community.
We're here at the 2019 Pride by the Beach, and we're going to see what this event is all about.
Every year, hundreds of Pride events happen around the country. But this one is just a little different. Pride by the Beach in Oceanside is on its 3rd year running and not stopping anytime soon. It is one of the largest free, family-friendly Pride events in Southern California. People of all ages come and enjoy the fun.
It's the right size, there's so much to do, and I love how much youth is here. There's so many kids, babies, toddlers, and so many queer kids and questioning kids, and it's just great to see all that.
But the fun isn't just for the youth.
Seeing people out like this, getting to know one another, I think that's wonderful.
Resources at the event provided useful information and answered questions for all.
Or actually don't even have to be in the gay community, but services that are available. It's a lot better now than it used to be, I can guarantee you, many years ago.
One of the event's biggest supporters is the U.S. Army.
It means so much to us and it hits so close to home because it was not even that long ago that we wouldn't have been able to serve openly as we are and have our families here. So both of our wives are here, her children are here. We wouldn't have been able to.
Tanya Thorne, OC News.
A new team will be added to Major League Soccer, and 2 star athletes made major headlines today. Here's Vincent Garcia with the latest in sports. Vincent?
Thank you, Paige. In fairly local news, the Sacramento Republic FC joined the Major League Soccer today, and they are the 29th team to join the league. It was announced at the bank in downtown Sacramento that they will begin playing in 2022. MLS Commissioner Don Garber welcomed the league with Darryl Steinberg, Governor Gavin Newsom, and investors Ron Berkeley, Matt Alvarez, and Kevin Nagel in attendance. Steinberg noted that it has been a long road for Sacramento Republic FC to get here and said, quote, "There were at least half a dozen times when it seemed evident that this day was just not going to happen," end quote. The most talked about rookie this season, Zion Williamson of the New Orleans Pelicans, has undergone surgery for a torn right meniscus and will miss the next 6 to 8 weeks of the season. The procedure was confirmed ahead of Tuesday's season opener against the Toronto Raptors. This is not the first time that Williamson has dealt with an injury. In July of this year, he left his Summer League debut after just 9 minutes with the bruised left knee. Considering Williamson is a star player of his team, it will be an interesting couple of weeks for the Pelicans. After 19 seasons in baseball, including more than a decade with the New York Yankees, CC Sabathia has officially announced his retirement. At just 20 years old in 2001, he entered the MLB as a rookie with the Cleveland Indians and is now finishing with the Yankees. Sabathia made the official announcement in an Instagram post stating, quote, "I'm going to miss going out there on the mound and competing, but it's time to say farewell. Thank you, baseball," end quote. In his final season, Sabathia had a 4.95 ERA and 107 strikeouts and won 1 World Series with the Yankees in 2009. It's safe to say he will be missed. Also, don't forget, Game 1 of the World Series between the Houston Astros and the Washington Nationals is tomorrow. First pitch is at 5 p.m. That's it for sports. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Vincent. Spooky season is here, and what better way to celebrate than with a theme park filled with haunted surprises? We have our reporter Jasmine Taylor who checked out this star-studded Halloween event.
Hey guys, it's Jasmine Taylor here at Universal Studios Hollywood, kicking off Halloween Horror Nights 2019. Let's check it out.
Hollywood Horror Nights red carpet event brought many new faces of the trending scary movies and television series from this year. The event will host 10 terrifying mazes, a few inspired by the horror films Creepshow, Us, House of a Thousand Corpses, and Stranger Things. We spoke to a few stars from the films being showcased this year.
It's really exciting. I've never been to Hollywood Horror Nights, so to come to the opening is pretty cool. Yeah, I'm so excited to see all the mazes, especially the Us one, and just get to experience it firsthand.
I'm so used to scary rides because I go to Six Flags and I get on the Jump and Do. I get on all the scary rides, and Swiss Galapagos, all the scary rides. I love to scream because it lets all the pain go away.
The fan preview red carpet event also hosted a spectacular performance from the popular dance crew Jabberwockies.
Taking it back to the hip hop, to the old school, in terms of just really paying homage to the DJ. The DJ get the party started, so we trying to give everybody a playlist to bob and knob and rob and hob and whatever rhymes with all of those words.
Horror Nights is here from select dates throughout October and early November. You can purchase your tickets online because they are sure to sell out.
We are here in front of Frankenstein's Wolfman. We're about to go in. I'm scared. I'm terrified. I'm scared for her. This is her first time ever going into a maze. Let's see how this goes. So wish us luck.
Wow, that looks like so much fun. I love scary stuff. Guess I'll be there this weekend.
I won't because I don't.
Well, that's going to do it for OC News. But before we leave, we want to wish a happy birthday to our executive producer, Jenny Cho. We couldn't do this show without you, Jenny. You are the best, and we hope your birthday is full of fun and happiness.
Happy birthday, Jenny. If you want to stay in touch with current news, you can follow us on our social media channels under the handle @OCNews CSUF on Twitter.
Before we leave you tonight, we just couldn't resist showing you more of our reporters Jasmine and Lauren getting scared one last time at the Hollywood Horror Nights.
Thanks for tuning in and have a great rest of your night.